The 1-2. Swing and a miss! Greatness from Gage! A no-hitter!
Has your life been like crazy since that game?
Very, yeah. It all happened very fast, and yeah, it's kind of just changed.
Walk me through being that guy for that team. Like Arkansas has got a great program and a great fan base. You're never gonna have to buy a beer ever for the rest of your life. What's it like to be that guy in Arkansas?
I don't really know that quite yet. You'd have to ask Hagen Smith that one first, because I mean that game just kind of happened. It's still kind of fresh. I mean, what's it been, a week? So, but here in the near future, I do know I don't have to pay for any more barbecue at Wright's, which is the best spot around here. So I'm gonna enjoy that. I'll probably go there for lunch one day this week after I get done working out. So, but it's pretty
Yeah, I mean,
cool.
I'm going there every
Yeah.
freaking day I can. Absolutely. Were
Yeah.
you close with Hagen?
Oh yeah. He was one of my good buddies. He's a great guy. So.
Dude, he shoves too. Like
Oh,
he has that attitude too on the bump where you're watching him like that's the man.
oh yeah.
So walk me through this game because you looked at points. I love my psycho pitchers. Like that's a thing. I think that it's great to have a guy that's just like hitters don't want to face. You can see it in their eyes. And you could not see it any more in your eyes than when that hitter called a timeout and was trying to mess with your timing. Walk me through what you were thinking there and how pissed were you?
I was really mad. I mean, everyone in that ballpark, they knew what was going on in that game, and they knew what I was going after. After about the sixth inning, I would say, like everyone started getting a sense of like what was about to happen there, and I felt like after I'd hit that guy in the foot, and then I get two outs very quickly, and he decides to call time. Like I just felt like he was challenging me, and he shouldn't have done that.
What were there any words you were thinking in your head? Like, I had Liam Doyle on and he's not afraid to mouth the words at a hitter. You would just look like it was your eyes.
Well, I didn't say anything because the umpire came out and was like, "Hey, you need to calm down." Like this, like,
Oh, seriously?
and I was just like, I just gave him the thumbs up. I was like, man, I was like, I'm good. Like this kid just knows he's being a burden right now, and he's getting in my way. And I like just get back in the box, dude. Like it's gonna be over quick.
And that stare and the spitting, is that something you typically do when you're pissed off?
Uh, I guess it was just in that moment. I mean, I was just gonna kind of show that kid. I wasn't gonna say anything to him, but I was just gonna let him know that. I mean, that was not the right decision, and he should not have done that.
And what message were you saying with your it was almost like I don't know if you've ever seen the Mike Tyson eyes when he's facing somebody, he's just staring at him
Yeah.
and going back and forth. Were you like was that something in your head? It's almost like that reflex where you're like, dude, stare at me. I'm gonna crush you just with my look.
No, really, it was just like him calling time. Like I mean, it didn't matter how many deep breaths he took, how many times he told himself he was going to do it, or how many, like, whatever he needed to tell himself, whatever he needed to do in that moment was not going to be bigger than the moment that I was feeling of striking him out.
Did he ever look up and look at you? Because I thought he was just looking down, which to me made me think he was not gonna win that at bat.
I don't remember if he looked up or not. I know if he did look up, he knew I was going to win.
Is that an attitude you typically bring on the bump, or is this just another level for you?
I mean, yeah, I try to like keep some like pretty good emotions and just like try to just be a dude out there and like set the tone. I mean, like watching Hagen, Hagen out there, he's just always like the most confident on the mound, and he's just a dog out there. But that one definitely triggered something else. Just like I said, everyone in that ballpark knew what was happening.
And what happened after the K? That K strut was one of the best I've seen all year, and everybody's gonna remember it forever. That's gonna be like the big takeaway from the game, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I remember I just threw I think it was a breaking ball. He fouled off a heater at the top, and then I threw a breaking ball in there, and I just screamed and went off the field. crazy. And the thing I remember the most about it was Van Horn. He was telling me to like calm down, like stop, stop, stop. Like no, because he wanted me to save it so I could go back out for the ninth. But I told him I was okay.
So when the umpire told you to calm down, was it more like he giving you advice, or was it more he thought you were going to kill somebody?
I think he thought I was going to kill someone because it ended up. It was a warning, I guess. I had no clue, but they told me that he gave me a warning when that kid stepped out of the box, and he said me spitting at him was bad or something. Which I wasn't really just spitting at him. I was just mad.
You're spitting mad. You look like a
Yeah.
bull. Yeah, you weren't spitting like you can't. You probably can't spit 60 feet 6 inches.
No, probably not.
Although with that adrenaline, you might have. That's weird. I did not know he gave you a warning there.
Yeah, I didn't either until after, but they were kind of telling me that he was not happy about the look on my face.
So you're getting warnings because you look too mean.
I guess
Hey, what? Give me that look. Let's see that look. Let's see if you can
I
redo it.
I
Like
can't make
I
that
just.
look right now.
What did you feel like after the game? You knew you threw a no hitter, and you knew you threw maybe the best game ever pitched by a college baseball player ever, in at least in the College World Series. Like, does that sunk into your head?
No, that part really just still like none of that. I mean, it does that stuff doesn't really matter, you know. The only like thing that mattered in that moment was like it was a win or go home game for us, and we the previous year we had actually lost to like an underdog type team, you know, SEMO, and I started that game as well. So like just going into that game the whole day, like it was just like I'm not going home. Like these guys are not sending me home. Um, so it was just more of the fact that like we just got to keep playing, you know, like because you mean if you win a couple ball games, you know, you put somebody else's back against the wall, anything can happen in baseball. So that was just like the biggest thing about it, and like I knew it was a no hitter, and I was like, oh yeah, it's cool. I just threw my first college no hitter ever, um, but I was also really upset about the hitting that guy in the foot. That yeah.
He could have moved his foot too. I mean, like that. He had time.
I mean, if I was a hitter, I'm probably not going to move my foot. I'm just going
Uh,
to be like, yeah, I've messed your perfect game up, dude.
yeah, at least he didn't move into it. He just kept his foot where it was, which is almost legit. I
Exactly.
still think he should have moved his foot. Like, come on, if you're gonna break up a perfect game, do it with a hit. Don't do it by hit by pitch by not moving your foot.
uh, it happens.
Yeah, no. I mean, bottom line, it was a no hitter, and I remember back in the day when Kumar Rocker threw that 19 strikeout game. And they tried to freeze. I don't know if you remember that game, but Duke called an offensive timeout, and he got pissed off and ran off the mound, charged up. I think that they never work offensive timeouts.
They don't. They really don't. Especially in big situations like that where like you know a guy's like I mean like he's on the verge of like doing something that you just don't see every day, and like you just want to you want to make things about you. Like come on, like don't be like that.
Yeah, I don't know if you remember this season when Liam Doyle said "you're effed"
Yeah,
to the hitter.
I saw that. Yeah, that was against Wake, wasn't it?
I think
Yeah.
that's right. And then I asked him, like, well, what were you thinking then? He's like, well, I mean, he called timeout. He looked scared. I said he was effed because he was.
Yeah.
Do you watch some of those guys, like how they behave, how they act in those situations?
Yeah, I actually watch every one of your videos, tweets, and everything. Me and my roommate Christian Vouch, we like every time you post something, we're on the road of like some big league guys or even college guys. There's like something in their arsenal that's like a plus pitch, just wicked stuff. Like we're always talking about it. Like, dude, watch this. Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Hmm.
Who was the guy so everybody has somebody they model their game off of a little bit, right? Like, who do you model your game off of?
I wouldn't say I just model my game off of anyone. I don't know. I just like pitching. I like throwing. I like throwing hard. Uh,
You look like you like throwing hard.
yeah, throwing hard's fun. Just showing somebody that you're just better than them. I mean, just competing. That's just how it is. Sometimes you just like to compete.
Are there guys you like to watch on the mound? Like you're sitting there going, yeah, I kind of like watching this guy pitch because he's extra filthy or anything like that.
Yeah, my freshman year when I got to college, I used to never like watch baseball, anything. Like just could care less. Like I just hate watching TV or anything. And now I like watching Skeens a lot just because my freshman year of college, that was our first road series, and I got to watch him sit 99 to 103, and I was like, man, this guy's like I've never seen anything like this before. It was the craziest thing I'd ever seen. So I like watching him now.
And he's very like he slows the game down amazingly. Like he's very calm and as a good dude. Like he just hasn't let any of this go to his head. You're not going to let any of this go to your head, are you? Like you're going to be drafted pretty high, I would think.
I'm hoping so. That's definitely the dream. It's been my dream since I was just a little kid. So I would, I'd be very blessed if that happened.
Some people like to hate pitchers and all that. Nobody was hating on you during that game. All I got in my replies was Gage freaking Wood, Gage freaking Wood, Gage freaking Wood. Like there's something about the way you pitch that it's just you versus the other guy. Nothing's fake, nothing's forced. Like you're a maniac when you're looking at a person. You're designed just to destroy that hitter at that point.
Yeah.
Is that fair?
I mean, yeah, that's fair. I would say it's like if I'm like deep in a game and like I'm still just like striking a bunch of guys out, and it just all just kind of starts like building up and building up and building up. And then when I know that I'm about to get pulled, well, this year it was based off like pitch count and stuff when I was building back up from that shoulder thing when I tweaked my shoulder. So like when I knew like it was my last inning, if I'd like strike the guy out for like a new punch out high, like for my career, it just all kind of like would build up like in different moments, and then I'd usually go pretty crazy when I left the mound, scream, flex a little bit. So yeah, that's very agreeable.
What did it mean to you? So I sent you the Witherspoon twins and Jamie Arnold talking about your outing because I was talking to them the very next day. And it's really all anybody was talking about actually at the combine was, did you see Gage Wood? Did you see Gage Wood? And, I think you have the ultimate respect from your other college pitchers too, where they were shocked at how well you did, how great you did on such a big stage. What does that mean to you?
That's sick. Like I said, like those guys are the truth. Like, Arnold and Witherspoon, they're going to be one of the some of the first pitchers off the board. They're both guaranteed probably top 10 picks, and you sit there and watch them, especially like Witherspoon in the SEC this year. Like it's like all you sit there and watch his game. You hear he's pitching against Georgia or LSU one night or Tennessee, and you're like, oh man, you're not gonna miss that. You're gonna turn that game on and you're gonna watch him, dice some guys up. And then same thing with Arnold. Once postseason ball came around and it was not his not to shine. Like he's giving his team the best chance to win, like making guys look silly. Like those are just, I mean, they're just filthy. Like it's sick.
So how did your velo get where it is? Like you're what, you 6 foot, a little over 200?
Yeah, 6 foot two. I'll fluctuate between like 210 to 215.
And how did your velo progress since you've been in college? What did you get? Like what did you get out of your college experience that took you to where you are now?
Really just getting bigger, faster, and stronger. And I mean, I feel like age has helped as well. I wasn't always like the biggest kid. I was a very like late bloomer. So I had a ton of baby fat on me and stuff, and like I just wasn't like real mature yet. So I feel like another year of college helped me this year. But also, I mean, like bigger, faster, stronger. Like our strength program here at Arkansas, Hunter Bell. I mean, it's legit. Like we're getting after it. I mean, I think we have 3 or 4 pitchers this year that can jump like 40+ inch verticals. I mean, like we can run, like we sprint, lift heavyweight, like lift it fast. It's just all kinds of stuff like that. But I feel like just getting to know your body and just finding like the best and most efficient way your body can move as well. Like I just kind of worked on that in the off season and catch play and everything, and just finding the best way your body moves itself, and that helped a lot.
Just a lot of experimentation, just trying to throw hard, figuring out how your body organized itself to throw hard and doing more of that type of stuff.
Yeah, and then another like the biggest thing for me though was like smooth as fast. So like I don't have to like rear back and tense up every muscle. to be like 96, 97, and once I figured that out, I was like, man, I was like, my command's better. I'm throwing just as hard. Like, I don't have to try to throw this thing as hard as I can. Like, out of the bullpen, you're kind of ripping it a lot more. So,
Yep.
like, now that starting, like, I realized, like, I can stay smooth and still do the same thing.
Well, let's go through some pitch grips because you grabbed a baseball. So you tell me, walk me through what you got.
Okay, so I got a four-seam fastball. So, the NCAA is right there. So, just a
Let's talk
four-seam.
about who signed that first.
A lot of the guys on the team. It's actually one of the game balls from Monday's game. I got a few of those from one of those field crew guys. One of my coaches got them for me, so that was pretty
Awesome.
sick. So I had a bunch of the guys sign one in our team meeting room, and just a little souvenir to throw up in the man cave later on in life.
Awesome.
Yeah, but here's the four seam, and then here's
And are
the
you trying to do anything different for your four seam? Like, how do you get ride on the ball? I mean, do you know your metrics on your four seam at all?
yeah. It's anywhere from like 16 to 20 uh vertical, and I would say anywhere from like 8 to 11 horizontal. And it's just like a lower release height, not crazy carry or anything, just low
Mhm.
release height kind of helps it out a lot. And then I just really just stay behind the ball on that, just pull down on those seams there. And if you see in pictures though, I got squeeze the crap out of it for some reason, and
Mhm.
this finger right here turns just like that. You can kind of see.
Ah, gotcha.
Yeah, if you see on like pictures and stuff. But
So
then
that helps you rip the seams and probably get a little bit more spin on it. Maybe. Yeah.
probably, yeah. And then a little split. I don't throw it a lot. I should throw it more. It's just not. I don't have like the best command of it yet, but it's in there. I use it when needed. But so
And
double
neither
A seam.
finger on the seams there. It's just
It's
off,
kind
just
of like
slipping.
right under the seam,
Okay.
and then you just kind of pull down with your thumb down here to get a little depth and pressure, and then spike curve. Kind of see.
That's the one that Cade the kid.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I throw this one more than anything. They say it's a slider sometimes because, I mean, it'll get up to 85, 86, but it's not a slider. And then I throw a cutter as well. Not as much, but kind of see there's NCAA. I kind of
Mhm.
just get around this seam right here and really just kind of pressure in the fingertips. I try to focus on having the thumb kind of up a little to keep it just, I don't want it involved a whole lot. That way it just gets a little bit of depth on it. But
Gotcha.
yeah, that's it. That's the arsenal.
What do you think you're going to add to your arsenal in the later years?
I need something that goes to my arm side that I throw more consistently. So
So
I would
just add another fastball, maybe? Add a two-seamer?
maybe a little bit of a sinker. Maybe just throw the splitter more. The splitter is like 88 to 90, so I guess you
Mhm.
could call it kind of something like that. And it's not just completely just falls off the table like guys with insane splitters do. It just kind of like fades away. It'll run pretty good. Sometimes it drops a little extra too, but maybe just getting a better feel for that pitch or picking up a sinker.
Yeah. Are you a pronator or a supinator? Do you cut the ball or do you tend
I
to?
cut the ball. I can get the ball to move the other way very well, but arm side would be like that. That's my downfall. It's harder.
So maybe a seam shifted wake sinker. That might be
Maybe.
where you go. Yeah.
Yeah.
We can share some grips on that later. I'll send you some stuff. That would, I
I-
mean, if you want to play around with something. But right now, what you just were throwing heaters at the end, right? Like you were just shoving.
yeah. I was thinking about that, and it's just yeah. I was throwing. I threw my hardest bullet in the ninth, but I think that was I knew what I was about to do, and like I was not gonna sit there and be tired for 1 second.
Is that the hardest pitch you've thrown in college?
No, it wasn't. It was so I PR'd as soon as I came back from that injury this year. It wasn't a good outing. It was terrible, but I hit like 98 and some change for the first time ever, and that's all. It was like 98.3, I think, in the World Series. Yeah, and that was in the
Yeah.
ninth.
Yeah, that was the one who was freaking out. What was your last pitch?
97. I don't
Yeah.
know
That was the
exactly.
one they were all talking about. It's like they're like everybody's like 97 on his 119th pitch. That's insane.
Yeah. I was no way I was gonna be tired in that moment though. Like you gotta think about the adrenaline. Like you're about to throw a no hitter in the College World Series. Like your team's about to win, an elimination game. You don't have to go home. So like there's no way you're just gonna be tired in that moment.
I'm gonna ask some different type questions now. Is
Uh,
there a hitter that say your major league debut, is there a hitter you really want to face? Like, is there somebody you're like, that guy's the best? I want to see how good I am.
uh I've never really like thought about that, but I would definitely just say like one of the best hitters in the league. I would you just got to go right at him. You got to throw strikes. You get behind the counter, you're gonna get hurt. So you just got to attack. But I mean, I don't really want to call any like big leaguer out. Like I've never sniffed any of that yet. Like I haven't like that's all like in the future for me. Hopefully, so like I don't know. We'll just see when we get there, and we'll see where that moment takes us then. Because I've never seen like a big leaguer. Like I've faced guys in college that are already in the big leagues, but a Hall of Fame big leaguer. I don't. I'm not gonna sit there and call one of those guys out.
It
You
was
got to
to say
respect
like
them.
Mike Trout's in the box, your first game,
I mean, that
and
would be
he's sitting.
sick. That would be awesome. Like, I mean, I'm gonna do the best I can. Like, go just straight at him, attack. But like, I'm not gonna say like, oh, I want to, face that guy, see what I can do to him. You know,
Well, say Caden, what's the face you're gonna make? Just like you're gonna just keep it to yourself, be low key.
I'd honestly
Me,
probably be smiling. I just think it would be so surreal seeing that happen. But I mean, once we get to that point in time, I would say it'd be something more as like, all right, like I've earned this, like I'm ready for this. Now it's like time to go out there and do my job. I'm here for a reason. But no, I would just attack, really. Attack's all you can do. You don't want to get 2-0, 2-1, 3-1 to one of those guys. So
we're gonna do an elimination bracket. Let's do old school pitchers since you seem to know them at least from discussing them. Start out with Roger Clemens versus Greg Maddux. Who do you got between those two?
I'm going to take Clemens. I just think in today's game, Clemens is gonna like with the stuff and velo. Like, don't get me wrong, like Maddox, like he could have very well, like hit some spots and done really well, but like you just don't see anyone in the bigs that throw like that anymore.
That's fair. How about Clemens or Randy Johnson?
I would say Johnson. I don't think anyone that big and that much throws from that much of an angle at that like same speed. Like it's kind of like a crochet, but even more crossfire and lower arm angle. With I mean the same like slider, cutter, and then that fastball right after it. Like Johnson would still dominate.
How about Randy Johnson, Nolan Ryan?
I like Nolan Ryan a lot,
Okay.
but I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
You have to pick one. One to
Uh,
win.
I just don't know. Like, there's rumors that he was throwing like 106 mile an hour, but like, what was tracking that velocity back then? And that's just like, I don't know, but
I'm
I'm
with
still
you on
probably
that.
gonna have to go with. I'm gonna have to go with Nolan Ryan just because I mean he's a strikeout king, and I feel like if you're punching that many guys, like you just can't be touched.
How about Nolan Ryan, Pedro Martinez? Last one.
Starter or reliever?
We're going starter.
I'm just gonna go with Nolan Ryan. I'm gonna stick with Nolan Ryan.
Nolan Ryan won a lot of these when I was at the combine as well. I think there was one Pedro and everybody else Nolan Ryan.
I think yeah, I'd have to go with that. That's tough though. I mean, I think in the moment though, Pedro makes a better pitch. Like when the moment's called upon, his name's
Yeah.
called.
Yeah, a combination of precision and throwing hard and stuff overall. Like
Yeah.
changeup was ridiculous, but Nolan Ryan being a gunslinger. I mean, he had a little bit of that attitude that you brought to the bump too. Like you're sitting out there and you're a gunslinger.
That's what my freshman year summer coach used to call me. Yeah.
I mean, shotgun is right there for you. Gage, shotgun, well, you can do that. Uh, so any superstitions, Jeff?
Really just the routine. I mean, like, you get up, you you drink some water. Like I always drink water before I eat anything. Like I always try to get some water in my system before that, where it's just like one bottle or something. Just get some water, and just fuel my body the right way. Nothing really goes into like a pregame meal or anything anymore. I found that like superstitions or I think certain superstitions is like you have to eat the same thing, you have to like wear the same thing, like no matter what. I think that's just fear because I used to be that way, and I felt like if I didn't do it the right way, like something bad was going to happen. So I just got away from that, and I was like, you know what? I'm just going to go about my business and get ready like the best way I know how. But I would say just like the pitching routine. It's like it's something you just do every single day, like to get ready to throw. There's a couple extra things I do on bump day, which is like some med ball stuff. But do you want me to take you through like the routine, like everything I
Yeah,
do?
if you,
Or?
I would love to hear it. Sure, yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
So I get out. I always like roll out with a lacrosse ball, foam roller, and everything. Do some soft tissue activation, everything first. Just dig a lacrosse ball kind of into my arm, like elbow, get some blood flowing. And then I like to like walk around for a little while. If I can use our facility, like it's a home game, like I'll go to the treadmill, just go for like a 10-minute walk, get the blood like pumping after that. And then I just kind of get into some like mobility stretches just to start feeling loose and really good. Um, and then I'll go into the locker room, have like a protein shake or something and drink some water. And then I'll go back into the weight room I'd say around an hour and a half to 2 hours before I start hitting like a primer. And I'm actually doing like some like deadlifts, like I'll do some pull ups, stuff
Before the
like
game,
that. Yes, before a
get
game.
into the
It's
weight
like
room. Yeah.
lighter, but it's gonna like it's just getting me going, like getting the body activated to like move well. And we've started doing some the force plate jumps, and we do those. So I'll do like 2 sets of 3 on the force jumps, and that kind of just like lets me know where I'm at that day too. Honestly, like if my numbers are higher that day, I'm like, oh, like I'm gonna be my average velo is gonna be pretty good today. But like sometimes the body's just not in such as great like feeling shape, so like you won't have it as much. So you just kind of got to know going into it like how like much more you're gonna have to be like prepared to hit your spots and just like make pitches a lot more often and better. You can't get away because your stuff's not gonna be the best that day.
Where
But
were you? Where were you before the no hitter? As far as like feeling it,
we didn't have any of that, but I threw a med ball. So we'll do med ball vertical toss, and we'll use a stopwatch on that and see like what we can get. And if I'm throwing, I think it's the 4 pound ball. If I'm getting the 4 pound ball over 3.4 seconds, it's gonna be a good day. Like I'm gonna be slinging it pretty good for a while. And but other than that, after the primer, I've got a good sweat going and everything. Like I'll go down, and that's when like some bands and stuff start to just kind of get ready. And then Zach Root put me on a like a little dumbbell plan. It's you get 5 pound dumbbells in each hand, and it's these like 4 or 5 exercises laying down for your just like posterior chain back here for shoulder impingement, just to help like strengthen up and pull your shoulder like back. So he gave me those exercises, so I started doing those this year. And then really I'll once I'm feeling pretty loose, I throw the football and then I throw plyos. I really only do reverse throw and like pivot picks with plyos. Um, feel like that's all I need. Like the football gets me feeling great. I love the football, and then it's ready.
so
Like
you
I'm
and
ready to
Skeens
go.
both are football guys,
I'm ready to go. Yeah, I picked that up off of Skeens. I saw him throw it, and I was like, "Well, this guy's pretty good. He must be doing it for a reason."
and the whole water bag stuff. Like he's got his whole routine that takes forever to do.
I do water bags as well. I did those a lot this off season, so I mean those could have something to do with a little bit of a velo jump or anything.
Are you going to be in Atlanta for the draft, or are you going to be at home for the draft?
I think I'm gonna be at home or probably up here in Fayetteville.
Gotcha. Who's the first person you hug after you get drafted?
Probably my mom or my dad. That's
Whoever's closer to you.
yeah. That's gonna be a crazy day. Uh, just
Are
dreamed
you
of
excited for that day,
it.
or are you nervous for that day?
Both, both, yeah. Because I don't want to I've been having some talks with my like family and like my parents and everything, and like my agent, and they're like, "God, you need to plan a draft party now and all this." So like one of my biggest fears ever would be like to plan the draft party and then like not get my name called. Because I told myself I wasn't gonna do it unless I was going like top 30 picks. I didn't want a draft party. Like I didn't feel like I earned one. So
Question I have for you. We're going to name your pitch types. Fastball, what nickname would you give your heater?
I actually got a DM from a big leaguer, and he said it was a effing animal. So I'll just give it that.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
Your curveball.
Everybody calls it banger. They call me banger because of my curveball. So let's just go banger.
You consider that your best pitch, by the way?
Fastball.
What about your split?
Something that's sometimes good, sometimes really bad. Something like that. Like I can't think of a name like for that, but
Yeah,
hit
in
or
the fast.
miss, hit or
Okay,
miss.
hit or miss. That's a good one. And your cutter.
I don't know. I don't really like my cutter. Like I'm missing I'm missing that one. I don't really like that one. I just know like that's fastball and the curveball really is what I've been living by.
Let's call it cutter POS. We don't like it
Yeah,
very
that's
much.
fine. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have a walkout song?
Yeah. Rooster by Alice in Chains.
Oh, that's badass. That's a freaking good walkout song.
It's been one of my favorite songs for a while. I really like that song a lot.
Can you sing it?
No, I'm not gonna sing it on here.
I'll sing it with you. Now, here comes the rooster. I can't sing it all, so I'm not going to do that. Can you sing? Do you have any hidden talents?
I can golf.
So if you weren't going to be a baseball player and you were going to do something on social media, what would it be?
Probably make some golf videos, or I would do like an outdoor thing, like some hunting and fishing.
What would your handle be if you were going to do it? Like I'm pitching ninja. What would you be?
Probably Batesville Banger actually, and that's what my team calls me. Other than Woody, yeah, they call me Batesville Banger. So maybe something like that.
You mentioned some pro guys reaching out to you. How many reached out to you?
I think there was like 3 or 4. That was away from the guys that I like haven't played with in the past or like come up here and train in the off season in Arkansas. Cause and I try to talk to those guys when they're up here. They're cool. Like they're great guys. That's one thing I really like about people from here. Those guys come in like even the big leaguers. Like Ryan Halsey used to train here a few years ago, and I'll never forget. Like I was just a freshman, he was in there training and everything, and like he still like talked to me, like treated me like a normal human. So like those are just things like I'll never forget. Like those are just normal people as well, and they're good guys. And if they're coming here to train, like they're awesome to all the players and everything, and they help us out, and it's awesome.
If there, one word of advice for a kid that wants to be Gage Wood when he grows up, what would you tell him?
Work. I say work. Yeah,
Every day. You seem very focused on working every day.
it's a routine.
Yeah. And you can't ever skip.
Yeah.
Awesome, dude. It's been great having you on, and hopefully we'll have you back on when you make your MLB debut.
Yeah, let's put it on the calendar. I'm down.